Māori and Polynesian kids for most of my adult life, and I'm continuously disheartened at a curriculum that is determined to put certain people in a box marked other. So this poem is called Brown Kids, and it's to the cast and crew of Minnekinko. Okay. Brown kids got beef against a society that believes that they belong beneath the radar, underneath the minimum wage, beneath the breadline, steadfast in their belief that this land of milk and honey will be the answer to their dreams, seems those dreams are like them and caught in between. Got beef against a system where we can't even get a postgrad student loan these days. How's a brown kid ever going to get ahead, clear his head, earn his bread? He finds instead that he's caught in a system that systemizes and legitimizes the right to marginalize those who will not fit in that box. Put through the paces of other places and other faces, otherized and criticized by those whose eyes never see past their lies and close those eyes to the other races and the places they've been or the worlds that they've seen. Only know that the place where that face belongs isn't here, isn't in a space or place that's shared with you, must be different, must be less than, upper class, upper decile, upper cut, undercut by the brown underclass of this society that falsely believes itself to be multicultural. Read between the lines of your white page. No wonder why brown kids got beef. Brown kids got swag, got selfies on the net and networking and Facebooking and always looking for something to put on Instagram. Status updates in the latest shoes, hair, clothes, bag, phone, and keeping up with the Joneses and keeping down those brown kids that might get in the way. Brown kids got swag, strutting, strolling, rolling his shoulders back, walking tall in his hood, walking tall in his church, walking tall at his kare, at his marae, on his tūranga waiwai. He knows his place to stand, but at his school, in his classroom, those rolled shoulders slump at the sound of scholarly symbols made for you to understand, not him. Except for speeches time and then he shines, because isn't that what brown kids are good at? And society, his greatest teacher, smiles and nods, thinking that's the way it should be. Brown kids baffled and barred by beliefs that don't belong to them, and points the way away from the white collars and the big dollars and the places where real power lies, out the door, around the way, down a few flights of stairs where there are more brown kids like him. Trades, services, labour, food tech, travel and tourism. Society pats his broad shoulders and assures him, you'll be fine here, you'll get your credits. University, why do you want to go there? All your friends are here. And if not there, then out the door and on the factory floor, taught not to ask for more than this day-to-day existence, subsistence, sucking on the dregs of society's scraps. And if not there, then in the factory with mum and dad who hoped for a better tomorrow, without the sorrow or the struggle. Then into the bowels of the system you go, by now so far down that when that dole rolls in, it's like Christmas. Forget minimum wage, this might be all a brown kid qualifies for. And when a brown kid does succeed in your system, what does he get but more debt, more regret that his people can't see what he sees. So he works and keeps working for those bigger concepts that most of us don't even think about. Justice, equality. While his powerful Palangi peers compare their new houses, new cars, holiday homes on Waiheke, holidays to Waikiki, shares in New Zealand's economy. Brown kid doesn't plan to holiday on tropical islands, but sends money to the islands, put money down in his parents' house, bails out his younger sister, tutors his cousins, speaks to the church and the community on letting the children live, gives all he has to give, and then buys that new headstone to mark his nana's grave, because she's the one who believed he could go all the way, and the last of his pay goes to the man upstairs for all possible things. Then his success, while impressive, is simultaneously held up as the dream for all other brown kids to aspire to, as well as degraded, regraded, denigrated, eviscerated, brought down his head, kaimumua, Whia Palangi, too proud, too ambitious, and doesn't know his place. Brown kids got game living in a world of only, where the new Toyota Hilux is only 32k, never mind the way that 32k is only 6 times the pay, the annual household income of that family of 9 in Mangere, only struggling to survive on only $5 till next payday, if only. If only we could realise and sympathise with that kid with his chin up, shoulders back, out on the street till late, because what waits at home isn't worth the wait, and for him it's too late. But he keeps fighting to right the wrong, so that maybe, just maybe, for his younger brother, younger sister, for his kids maybe, it's not too late to avoid this fate. And in the scale of things that matter, is it any surprise that those eyes that close in your class, those heads that fall on desks, worn out and worn through, and wasted and wasted and wasted, man? On that scale, how many credits are there to describe, evaluate and analyse the cost of staying alive in South Auckland? What is the assessment for the redressment of age-old adages describing the long brown tail of Aotearoa's underachievement? On that scale, does that 15-year-old girl coming home every day to look after her 6 younger siblings and have dinner on the way by the time her mum's shift finishes and before her dad wakes up for his, does she score and achieve marital excellence for these chores that should be borne by grown people with shoulders wider than hers? And on this scale, how does the fail in NCEA in her day even begin to matter? Give her credit for paying more than her dues for what she stands to lose. Take a walk in her shoes for 5 credits. Would you? Brown kids got game and they bring it. On the field, on the court, on the stage, on the mic, on the floor, wanting more than this life has given them. Feeling sore from the wars that they wage and the lines on their page when all they seem to gauge is the feeling of rage when they don't meet the grade and receive not achieved. When we all know that the time for them to shine is now. The place for them to be is here. And if I could teach the world to sing, the only thing that means any damn thing is this: brown kids got hope.